Welcome back to Beyond Beans and Weenies. I'm Janet Rowland.
And I'm Sue Hansen, and we're cooking up Philly cheesesteak sandwiches.
Yum.
And again, we've got our meat cooking already, but let me just go through the ingredients. We're basically going to do some thin cuts of meat, beef, could be chicken if you wanted to, but I'm using beef. We have sliced red onions, I prefer red onions, about a half of a green pepper sliced very thin, and I just put this in for color. Some soft cheese. I have brie, you can use mozzarella, whatever. Kids may not like the brie taste, and we're going to put it all on a ciabatta roll. I love
Nice,
it.
very good.
So the meat's already cooking, so to that I want Jan to just add the onions, and we're going to try to keep this quiet because you know when we start sizzling this up it gets really intense. Now in Philadelphia, where I lived for a while, we actually, now you're going to cut off a hunk of that, just about this much.
Okay.
And anyway, we want to get this to where it's basically everything's very tender. You don't necessarily want to overcook it, but as thin as you can slice the meat, the better. And I found this meat actually in the manager special. You know, I know that's kind of, some people don't do that, but it's just before it, not yet, just before it gets.
I've never lived in Philly or had a Philly.
See how beautiful that looks?
That's good.
Now in Philadelphia, they do it on these huge, great big grills, so it's not anything as refined as this. And I'm using not my grandmother's, like Janet's got her grandmother's frying pan. But anyway, it smells really good, and we're going to get this to where it is really real tender, and it's not quite there yet. So, okay, so basically we've let this simmer for a few minutes and let everything get real soft and tender. I'm going to put the brie cheese in there, and Janet can just kind of swing that around. Can you mush it?
I'm trying to mash it, but it's not letting me mash it.
It's just soft, and probably if we weren't on camera, I would cover this because then it would get steamy and heat and stuff like that. But you know what I was thinking about? I was doing some research on sandwiches because we've introduced this sandwich thing to you guys because we thought it would be fun and it would be quick and easy for you with your families. So, so essentially, you know where a sandwich came from?
A sandwich?
Sandwich?
I don't know.
So that's how Rachel Ray says Sammy's.
Yes.
We're not calling him Sammy's here. Anyway, the Earl of Sandwich, actually, he's actually been assigned that maybe it was him that came up with it, but he asked his valet for meat between two pieces of bread, thus the sandwich.
Huh.
Now, he was kind of one of those guys from the British statesman era, and he was really incompetent.
Well, surely he wasn't the first person to ask for meat between two pieces of bread.
Well, maybe. It was like the 1800s.
Oh,
You know, maybe nobody thought of it. You know how they were all busy doing other things. So now we're going to put it on ciabatta bread. Now you have some flexibility here. You could actually toast this if you wanted to get it nice and crunchy. It's up to you, whatever you want to do. But I am going to just have Janet throw that on there.
Man, that looks good.
And in fact, maybe put it on his plate. That looks a little dangerous.
It does, I know.
Okay.
I'm afraid I'm going to
So
drop grease.
we're going to also do a first aid show because Janet has hurt me.
That looks great.
Okay, so this is, and I might even put a little bit more on there.
Okay.
But you know, this isn't a one-person sandwich. You want to share it with your family. So
There you go. All
We have
right.
a Philly cheesesteak sandwich right here in Colorado.
That's right.
Thanks.
See you tomorrow.
Thanks for watching.